first down and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. This is Henry. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Running from the gun with Henry. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
It's now 4th down.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Jameis to throw it. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
10 at the 29-yard line.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Tackled at the 25-yard line.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Hines. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
22-yard line.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Incomplete.
Winston's pass incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And as a result, possession switches hands. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. He was 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career. And
that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20. Over 7,000 yards in a career. Fantastic.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
We'll take it at the 42. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Winston now from the 50. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's 2nd down.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
Slip.
49, check 49, check 49.
Taylor. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
44, Mike, 44. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 44's to Mike. 44's to Mike. Bring it. Foco's to Mike.
On 3rd down, Winston. He'll let one go deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
Goal at the 6-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Watch the safety creep. He's coming. Wait. He's coming. Double up.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jameis Winston, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. But guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about. Assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
They'll run on 1st down. Henry. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Jackson. And right side, Henry's got it. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Campbell making the catch. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Ready? White 25. Sonic.
Winston. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Ball carrier.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Jackson on first down. Firing quickly here, that's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
Get that quarterback and all check. Check out. Wait. Check 3.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. They go play action. Winston. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Check pass. Four the mic. Wait. I can't believe you let you play. I can't believe you.
To throw is Winston. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Let's go, D. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Patch it. Alert 3. Safe. No. Ball.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. O.J. Howard as the first half is winding down. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Colts 24, Tigers nothing. Rigoberto Sanchez.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now Jackson on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. He's going to go up top again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Set to kick off.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This one taken just inside the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
The 33-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Finds his tight end Ingram. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. A first down carry for Henry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
At the 11-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now
to throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 6 yards away. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. Jackson. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
Tigers 8. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. From the 6. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now it's Hines. And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. 22-yard punt, 6 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
1st down, Chicago.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good 1st down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
5-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
On the carry.
They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Derrick Henry, his 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th.
16. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line.
Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 15-yard line.
Ready? Black 25. Got one. Check 37. Green, triple team. Flip it. 951. Squeeze, double.
Jameis to throw it. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3rd down.
The Colts on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
They'll run with Taylor. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
Penalty stings big time there. Wipes away a very good return.
And they work out it so hard because the goal is give yourself some space for your offense to really work. Try and gain an additional first down outside the 20 or 25-yard line. Instead, this one's going to come back.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and run it in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Colts 24. Tigers 22.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And now it's 2nd down.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
Just like that. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. I got you. I got you. 51's Mike. Mike 51. Hey, watch this.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Now, defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Come up the ball.
From the gun, Winston. Catch made here by Campbell. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
32-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Henry. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Back to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. But it'll be 2nd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Bobby Okereke. It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. And it's complete. Henry. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. This to almost certainly win the football game. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. This to almost certainly win the football game. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And right now, just absolute anguish on that visiting sideline.
It came down to one kick, a chance to steal one on the road. But you could feel the pressure, couldn't you? And the pressure enveloped him on that one. Forced a missed kick.
And the crowd went wild. Winston goes ahead, takes the knee, and that should be all she wrote.
Today's final
But Charles,
score.
we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for Indianapolis, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.